accumulated from 2088 from so many people who really became frustrated. They felt that the choices and the inner circle are closed, inheritance, etc. Many people were going for this. We were saying to ourselves and to our colleagues, something will happen. But if there are other foreign powers who are doing something, we have to disengage, okay? Of course, foreign powers will intervene anyway. And when they find something like that, they mounted up the wave. And they injected the whole thing by the Brotherhood, who were really supported by these foreign powers mainly, but who cultivated the Brotherhood, who enabled them, who empowerment, who did them, and this great empowerment, it was the previous regime.
Exactly. Exactly, and these were mistakes that have to be learned from.
Exactly.
If I may turn to you, Engineer Sylvia, and celebrating the January Revolution is very much different because this year we have a functioning parliament.
Yes.
We have the whole roadmap made. So actually we have a full state institutions functioning. What can you tell us about those or about this year and the accomplishment that were made?
I think Egypt is now on the right path. That's what I can say now. We, as member of parliaments, we really hope to accomplish what really satisfy the people, the Egyptians who waited so much, so long to get any results. We are really working on that. But speaking now, going back to the polarization thing, I just have one comment about it.
Sure.
Yes, there are figures that are doing this or dealing with that matter in a wrong way.
Right.
Okay. Let's phrase it like that.
Yes,
okay.
right.
But I'm speaking now to the polarized 25th revolutionaries and saying, please get off your comfort zone and come and work with us. We need you. We need your ideas. We need your hope, your dream. We need it. And we really want to
soften the position,
but about the polarization on the street, I don't feel it really. It's mainly on the yes. And if we remember at the first session in the parliament, there was a member who spoke not very good about the 25th parliament.
Not one, several ones, yes.
But the parliament didn't accept it.
Yeah, because
that's just
Dr. Abdul in the first moment saluted the two revolutions, and that was
definitely it's the first thing mentioned in our constitution at the beginning of the constitution.
He was decisive about this.
I want to say that we have to put this polarization discussion aside because we don't have the time to lose it in this polarization thing. Egypt needs us all. We have to work, and we are now the hope. Not we as parliament, we as people, as Egyptians, we are the hope for our Egypt. We don't have to waste time in that.
Definitely.
I agree with you 100%.
Let's first, before proceeding on with our discussion, because we have still some discussion to do here, but the 25th of January marks the anniversary of the 2011 revolution, but it also marks the National Police Day. And if I just can give a very briefing about why this day is celebrated, then I can say that it was celebrated because in 1952 the Egyptian police fought a real heroic battle against the British occupation in Ismailia. Let's watch the report and we'll come back for discussion.
marking National Police Day, which coincides with the anniversary of the 25th January Revolution, President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi honored the widows, children and parents of the police martyrs during a celebration in New Cairo's Police Academy. The President also laid the flower wreath on the monument that commemorates police martyrs. In a speech during his visit to the Academy, President el-Sisi called on all Egyptians to help achieve reform and protect the nation against terrorism. The President also said that protecting the country is each individual's responsibility. On 25th January 1952, Egypt's police fought a heroic battle against the British occupation in Ismailia city overlooking the west bank of the Suez Canal. The British occupation, which was present in Egypt from 1882 until 1956, issued a warning to the Egyptian forces to evacuate the area so they can take full control of the canal, but the police forces stood their grounds. 50 police personnel were killed and over 80 were injured. On the 25th of January 2011, Egyptians took to the street to protest the repressive policies of police under the rule of autocrat Hosni Mubarak. The uprising eventually toppled Mubarak and his regime. Last December, President el-Sisi paid a visit to the police academy, where he said that the individual violations by Egypt's police should not take a toll on the rapport between the people and the security apparatus.
Right, we salute the police on their day, the 25th of January, for the great battle they did on the 1952 and for their role that they are playing nowadays in defending our nation and the people of Egypt. Their brothers, their mothers, their sisters, their fathers, their families. I guess to highlight more the issue we have with us over the phone, General Ihab Youssef, strategic expert. Good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, Mrs. Mona. I hope that you are having a great event today to celebrate, and my best regards to your guests and the Egyptian people.
Yes, if I may congratulate all Egyptians, people, nation, police, armed forces, institutions, all the people of Egypt on this very remarkable day. General Youssef, how would you describe the role played by the police, particularly at this stage Egypt is passing by?
I want to build on what you're saying, and I really admire all the efforts that have been done from all Egyptians, and to highlight the role that have been done from the police. Since 1952 until now, we're going to find a very highlighted route that they took. We have to be very proud of our police. Sometimes they do mistakes like any human being, but the 99% of the time they are sacrificing for this country to be able to survive and live as great as we are. In 1952, they fight against the army from the people who wanted to occupy their places. A lot of them died, to the extent that the army of the Brits saluted them while they were coming out after they finished their war, saying that you did a great job that nobody else was able to do it. And until 2011, there is a huge route that people have sacrificed their lives even for Egypt to live safely. 2011, the revolution happened. 2013, the police and the people went into another revolution against the regime. It was hand in hand, the army, the police, and the people wanted to change the regime, which we did on 2013. Now is the day that we are celebrating the two big events that happened in Egypt. The first in 1952, the second in 2011. And I think anybody that wanted to differentiate between any successes that happened on that day, saying that this is the day of the revolution or this is the day of the police, I think it's not fair, because every success we do, we have to celebrate. So there is no harm at all to be the 25th of January, where we celebrate the day of the police people, and we celebrate the revolution that the people did in 2011. And I think during this last couple of years, the 4 years that have passed, the police have sacrificed 900 plus from their martyrs, and over 18,000 have been wounded or injured in operations to make our country safe and to be able to live like what we're living now, especially if we remember the 28th of January 2011 and what happened after that. So when we compare the successes and when we compare where we are, especially putting in consideration what's happening around us in the area, we see other countries and the amount of suffering that they are in. I think we have to be grateful for God and to thank these people.
Yes, very much indeed we do, and we salute you, and it's of course a happy anniversary for you and for all the police, the honest police men who are really sacrificing their lives for the people and who are doing their jobs very much with honor, with dignity, and yes.
And if you allow me, I want to say that this will never going to be felt, or our people will never going to feel this unless we have good and respected media like the role you're doing by telling the truth to the people, announcing them with every success that we do or the people do or the people and police are doing in Egypt and the army. And I think that this is the role of the media, is to encourage people to do more of good things to the country.
Yes, very much indeed. And we do encourage both the people and of course the police to carry on with both doing their jobs in order to be able to achieve what the country really wants and the goals and targets the country really want to achieve. Thank you very much, General Ihab Youssef, strategic expert, for being with us. And back to you. Let me get back to you, Mrs. Sylvia and Engineer Sylvia, and let me ask you Egypt today. In Egypt today, and we are speaking about Egypt today from every aspect, the political one, the economic, the social. It's a whole scene. How do you view Egypt today?
From what aspects you want to start now?
Anyone, choose.
I can say, if we want to gather all the aspects together, we can say that Egypt is growing now. Maybe we have many problems.
Growing mature.